you're going to go long, you're going to want to go long at the bottom of the value area, right? You don't want to go long the top of a value area, the value area high. So if you are expecting a continuation to the upside, you don't want to buy the top, right? This would be the area you would buy down here. Ah, Corey's here. We can start trading, guys. How have you been, Corey? Okay, we do have a bit of a return to value. Now be cautious on the full fade because we have formed a value area up here. So we're at a value area low. If you look on the profile, not just the deviation bands, right? We also got to understand the volume profile. And on the volume profile on ES, all right, volume profile. Look what we have there, right back up. Value area low to value area high. Back to the upper band. Right? So the bands alone are not enough. You have to understand what's happening on the profile. That's going to show you where true price acceptance is happening. Yeah, we got to start for our ES, Corey. We got to start trading back above. We got to trade above 950, don't we? Ten seconds to news here, guys. I'm flat. Lower than forecast. ISM manufacturing is lower than forecast. Another rejection. Fade value area extreme. That's the trade so far. What did I say in the composites? 12? Index is little changed. I think it's slightly different on ES, Corey, than NQ. A little bit of a different range is formed on those indexes. Yeah, Corey's not a fan of the NQ, which is quite all right. Everybody's allowed to have their preferences here. We don't tell anybody what they need to do. We give you the framework to trade whatever you want, right, Corey? Corey trades ES and gold, I think. Yep. We know what JP loves to trade. He's our very own gold member. Except he's a gold bear. Among one of the in one of the largest gold rallies in history. I believe it. I believe it. Some old adage about a blind squirrel still being able to catch nuts every once in a while. So what it's going to do here, guys, it's going to make it look like every time it comes up to this level that it's going to break out. And it's going to keep faking people out. They're going to keep buying it, and they're going to get their ass toasted. Now, eventually, it's going to break. Right? But if you bought it the last 2 times it did this, you were down by 50 points within 4 to 6 minutes. So just mind your positions. We're going to wait for acceptance, right? If we're looking to go long, we either went long down here, like I told you, right? I said, if you want to go long down here. Don't go long up here. Go long down here, capture some profits here, and maybe you can get the continuation higher. If you're buying up here, very easy to get caught with your pants down as it goes back down to the other side of value. So don't buy up here. In these conditions, you want to buy at the bottom of the value or wait for acceptance above, right? Now, this could be the move, or this could just be another rejection. We'll see what happens. We don't know. This is RTH upper band right here. The delta is looking a little stronger here. But that doesn't mean anything quite yet. We want to see it trade above and hold above these levels. That will give me some confidence. If I'm going to go long this late in the game, it's got to be up here somewhere. It was either down here or now it's got to be up here. Because that's going to show me acceptance that we're probably going to keep going higher. This is a terrible trade location to go long. Kevin, on the screen right here is Globex. This is extended trading hours or electronic trading hours. I do watch the RTH, right? But it's not on this monitor. It's just too much. It's too busy. As you can see, my chart is already quite busy. So I have it up here on this monitor. I can watch it right out here to the left, along with the Delta, along with the other indexes, the Dow, the Russell, the S&P. I can see the full volume profile from every day to my left, all the news. Okay, that was a rejection there at monthly upper band. Now, if they want to keep it going higher, they're going to buy it up quickly here, and they're going to push it through. Otherwise, it's a bigger rejection. Yeah, Dow straight up. We did get a little pullback there on Dow, almost a PDC. Tough one to take. You would have felt like you were really early. It was, but the system says fade until we have acceptance above. That's the rule. Sometimes the best trades are the hardest ones to take, aren't they? You want to short when everybody's buying. You want to buy when everybody's shorting, unless there's acceptance and price discovery. In those conditions, that's where we join the action. So far, all I see is balance. No trade here, guys. Not yet. If you trade long here, you're expecting a breakout. There has been no breakout yet. You're hoping there will be a breakout. There can just as easily be a rejection here as a breakout. There's no real edge here. This is coin flip probabilities at best. If anything, the probabilities skew in the side of the fade. Now, there are little clues that make this feel like it could be the long, right? Or like the breakout to the upside. We're getting very grindy up here. The delta is holding up. And potatoes, they want you to think that strength is building. The best rejections and reg pulls come right after that condition. It is holding up. I'll give you that. But I don't trust it. This is a fade until we accept out of balance. So I'll be right back. I follow the system. At least I try to. Exactly, Josh. So what I do want to see is every attempt at selling off get bought up quickly.
Denmark's DM when asked about the US's ambition to Greenland says if the US attacks another NATO country, then everything stops. Geopolitics as well. Venezuela orders police to find and arrest anyone involved in supporting the US attack emergency city.
Be right back. giving us one new deal box. Okay. Shocker, we are still at the same level, 650. I have literally missed nothing. They're working at it. The fact that they're holding this level up here could be a good sign that they're going to try and trade above it. Generally, before they trade up here, they're not going to want to let the shorts out. So they're going to keep the lows higher. Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, but it's not just the band, it's the volume profile, JP. We want to leave this distribution. We need price discovery, not building value. It could be a very grindy acceptance. That's not uncommon, Mr. Potato. 2 years is just the nit of the ringer. It's a protein shake. It's pineapple, strawberry, mango, Fairlife whole milk, Ascent protein. It is quite delicious, actually. I did. I work out every morning during the week. Lifted weights, went for a run. I feel great. And I stayed up late last night watching the Steelers game. I don't know if anybody watched that game, but it was epic. Absolutely epic. What a game. Oh, both of them. Boswell probably felt like an idiot for missing the extra point. That guy is like the first extra point that guy has missed in like 4 years, something crazy like that. He is so lucky they won because they literally would have lost because of him. All right. I'll go long. I'm convinced. Long at 660. I'll give it a stop under here. 21. Big stop. I gotta let this thing pan out. Oh. Ed? Come on, it finally pulled me in. Got me. It got me. Which needs to be bought up. Buy it up. So if this is going to be a true grind up, they're going to buy this. And up we go. Take one off there. Okay, so now I'm long at 47. 10 points here. Let's go. Come on. Keep this party going. Take out those highs, 72. Yeah, this is a trade you got to be really patient with because it's super grindy. Let's get back up to 72. Let's take out those highs. Come on. I believe in it. You're going to want to see him buy it up again. Ah, out. Flat there. Let's see if they buy it up again. I'm not risking a lot on this at this point. That needed to keep going. Yeah, I see that, David. Still a decent spot to long here if it continues to hold up. Back in at 47 and a quarter. Here we go. Just trying to scare everybody out. And it worked. But I'm back in here along at 47. Come on. Let's get some continuation. Out. Just not going. I'll be right back. Yeah, I should have scalped it, Allie. I don't know why I'm trying to hold this thing. I'm trying to catch the bigger move. I'll take it again for the scalp. Still holding. Here we go. Ha ha. Let's go. Come on. Let's get it now. This is the time to shine. There we go. There we go. Taking the scalps again. Back in. Back out. Back in. Beauty. Finally. Here we go. This guy Diego on YouTube says, "Can you explain Tenacity trading firm for me, but shortly? I don't want to watch a long ass video. Thank you." You guys think I feel about that? That's exactly what I said, Corey.
Goldman Sachs rises mid 5%, the most since May 12.
Yeah, Wendy doesn't like it either. And we have an initial balance. Now, we generally don't want to fade fresh initial balances. Good setups, man. This held up nicely. Upper band really did. And now we have a little bit of a price discovery profile building. So really nice overall for the continuation. We had to be patient. I had to be patient. I'm not fading this IB, by the way. Not a Madonna setup I like in the first 2 minutes of the initial balance being set. And grindy behavior like this. $692 composite POC. Okay. We could do this for a long time, guys. Whoops. So what we're going to wait for is like every little sell-off to get bought up. Those are the places to get long. Micro pullbacks, late entry, continuation longs out of the advanced playbook. Yep, tick strikes pretty constant, continuous with the buying. So I'll be right back. So I'm about 2 days from a payout in my top one futures account. That'll be the first payout of the year. Get it under my belt. Then the first week, that'd be nice. 2 more days. Trade well tomorrow and Wednesday. We'll lock that one in. Work on the next. Water Boss, love to hear it, man. I know that it's a frustrating journey. Trust me, if anybody knows, it's me. I work with a lot of traders. I see them go through all of it. The highs, the lows. This is a very difficult endeavor, and just sticking with it and focusing and sticking with one process and system will get you there faster than constantly changing it. So congratulations. All right, let's see what we get next. The rejection at IB high would have worked. Wouldn't have taken it. Still looking for long opportunities. The delta's kind of weak here comparatively. See if we get a back continuation long here in the 650 area. This is where we're going to want to hold.
Europe stocks at 100 hit 600 points for the first time.
Took a little long at 55. That's pretty scary looking. All right, I'm going to take the scalp. It's just not going. Maybe we get a little lower. Maybe I get back in at the LVN or the upper band again here. We're going to want to see them buy this up if the grindy continuation is going to keep going the way it's been going. Now, if there's a contextual shift here, that trade will end. But for right now, that's the trade. Buy the micro dips so far. I'm a little long here at 52.5, but it's looking weak. Come on, let's get the buyers step in here.
UK government opens consultation in build market.
There it is. Let's see if this holds up. And good read on the market today. Some days you're just in sync. The red horizontal line is IB low. Or this one, this is point of control. Point of control on the volume profile. Yeah, it's hard to explain, Michael. You know, you're looking for the price action to find somewhat of an absorption in a bottom. When you have a big DOM, you can see it. You know, it's just flickering, it's building, and starts moving in the right direction. holds. And that could have been the bounce, guys. That could be it. So we'll see if it holds up even lower here. Let's see. Still like it. If we lose this level, we could return to value. And then the PDC is over. But I'm back in here at 52 3/4. Nice. Now we're chopping around point of control. So I'm done here. Well, there's two horizontal lines here. This one right here is the volume profile point of control. This one right here is the initial bounce low. All right, we could lose this level, guys, then we might go back down. This could be the return to value. I don't want to buy this in these conditions. I mean, I don't want to short it here. I'd like to see some acceptance back below here before I short it. I don't want to take the... I don't want to short this low in a pullback and seemingly upward conditions. This is where you get trapped. All right, look how fast that got bought up. Let's see if it can continue. I like how it got bought up. I'm going to watch the long again here. I've been long at this 50 level probably 5 times. Let's see if it can continue. Or are they losing strength? Come on. It's kind of a diddle in the middle trade, isn't it? I'm going to probably just take the scalp, close it. Could hold up here. We'll see. Man, those are really scary. It's hard to say what's happening here. I think this is a fairly mixed bag right here. You can make a strong sell or buy argument here. I don't like those kind of trades. Crypto doesn't want to give up his secrets, Mr. Penguin's secrets. We all know it's AI. Just tell us. Okay. We've lost a lot of momentum to both sides here. Very low volume. Not a whole lot happening here. Weak buying and weak selling. So not a whole lot of edge here. Is it? Yeah. I don't know. $58 a barrel doesn't excite me when it comes to oil. It's so cheap. Volatility kind of sucks. 1% move on $58 is not like a 1% move on 25,000 like NQ. Tick wise. The chop continues at point of control. If we're going to see a trend up, though, this is kind of where you want to see it hold. So that's good. Just trying to be patient here for some sign of strength to show back up in NQ. Right now, no real strength on the delta. And sideways chop. The last 10 minutes. Why don't we do a trader check-in? We haven't really done one yet this morning. How are we trading today? I don't see really indication of that, Water Boss. I see low volume buying, more selling than buying here. It seems to be getting absorbed, but there's not a ton of sellers really, so it doesn't really matter that much. It's not like we're seeing a ton of selling that's being absorbed. Very small selling. So it's mostly just sideways right here. No real volume either direction. All right, no shame on demo, Bennett. Practice is everything. No need to lose money learning or practicing. All right, tiny red, not bad. All right, Julie, that's kind of probably right where you want to be. Watching and learning is highly encouraged. Nice, Carlos. Yeah, I mean, I would say, the general bias as long as we hold above this 640, 650 level for the most part. Right? We're definitely seeing continuation to the upside so far. It's just panning out very slowly. There's nothing fast and exciting about this, but it's happening. Nice, mostly green. Couple of small reds here. One or two disastrous. That's all right. Hopefully nothing that can't be recovered from. See, that got sold into. So, real no direction here. That's also that 54 level is value area high. 65, 64. So we're building some value acceptance up here in the mid 600s. Yeah, it sure is. Now, if you're a bigger trader, or a bigger move trader, I should say, looking for a continuation, this isn't, the diddle can't, it can typically be a reload spot before the continuation. But as a scalper, we don't want to be long or short in the middle. Generally, coin flip odds. And we are on the cusp of a return to value here. If we lose this level at what is this? 640, I would say, and trade beneath it, I think we go back down to VWAP value area low. Be right back. All right. Well, let's see what we get here. It's held. Right? It's held for the last 15 minutes. So this could be the next leg up. We'll see. Buyer stepping in here a little bit. Let's grab a little long here. Hopefully it doesn't get rejected. Looking for that continuation. Buyers do look like they're coming in here. Gotta be patient. Is anybody else's fin juice? I haven't heard the fin juice guy in a while.
Voice needs disconnected.
The momentum has just died. All right, I grabbed a little long at 58 3/4. This is about 10 points right here. Let's see if we can retest this level up by 72.5. Come on. Little scalp. Yeah, it's pretty trash, Zulu. Apparently not, Marcus. Supposedly, this is a sign of better things to come with relations with Venezuela, where Venezuela is actually an ally when it comes to security and energy, not an opponent. It does look a bit ledgy, doesn't it, LJ? Well, if you want to pick hairs, I mean, there's other countries bombing the shit out of things like Ukraine. So if you want to be angry at Russia. They're killing thousands of people, whereas we just reduced a dictator. But whatever. Pick your poison. Good idea, Marcus. That's right, Danny. I love the quotes around freedom. Freedom. That's why millions and millions of Venezuelans have been fleeing out of their country because it's been so awesome there for them. What a great place to live. Venezuela. It's a great place. As long as you don't want to eat, you're good. And I venture a guess they're displaced from Venezuela because things weren't going so hot there. I don't know. American standards or not, when you have millions of people fleeing their country because there's no food, it is what it is, I guess. I'm scalping over here, guys. I'm making money. I don't know about you guys. Well, elites, we're not going to do that. All right. Let's move on. You're in an American trading room right now and trading the American stocks. So, okay. I don't like to be divisive. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. It's just it was big news. We think it would have big impacts on the market. Supposedly so far it hasn't. I don't want to be divisive. I want everybody to feel welcome. Politics aside, doesn't really matter. Let's focus on trading. Still long. 64. So about 5.6 points, 10 points.
US invoice to UN says there is no war against Venezuela or its people. We are not an occupying conflict.
Got out. That's a value area high, guys, right there. If we do water boss, I wouldn't expect any explosive moves. It's very choppy. It's very grindy. It's going to be tough to manage. It's turning into scalping conditions. So looking for big moves is going to be very difficult. Trader Lisa, I do not track the average daily range aside from viewing the size of the moves on my higher time frame charts, but I don't use like average true range if that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, by that point, yes, absolutely. We even have it right on our initial balance too. I have another tool. It's not on this screen. But if you go to the stats, I'll put it right up here. Today's IB. Actually, we have 140 points on the initial balance, 145 points. Our biggest IB over the last 20 days was 376. Average is 184. Minimum, we did some holidays in there. That comes in, so this is in the initial balance tool. Show 20-day IB stats. I don't know if it's in the toolkit. Did we put it in the toolkit? It's not in the toolkit. It's in my free version. Initial balance wave. No heat map. I was testing out Bookmap again. I don't know, maybe I did it for like a whole week before I quickly decided it was not worth it for me. Yeah, I like it too. I like the look of it. It doesn't help me though. It really doesn't. It provides no edge, no insight for me beyond what I already see on the chart with price. So I think it's a cool tool. I think it looks awesome, and it's, has a lot of great, interesting information, but it doesn't help my trading.
The video on the UN meeting on Venezuela on the feed for those interested. Is also in the appointment calendar.
All right, retested the high there. Up we go. So yeah, I mean, our early estimate, guys, was once we started trading up here, we were going to start seeing some acceptance and more upside. That thesis is generally played out. It's been really slow, very slow market. Chewing away at this 5-10 points at a time, but it's working out pretty much how we envisioned it. If we were able to break above these key levels, that we would see continuation to the upside, and that's essentially what's happening. So there's somebody on YouTube asking about deep charts. I know there's a couple of people in here using deep charts, and I have nothing against. We already had the Madonna, David, happened over here, 10:30. I think it's the same tools as we get on other. I mean, I don't understand what's different on deep charts. Footprints, you can get footprints on NinjaTrader, on TradingView. I really don't understand what's special. I mean, if that's what you use, fine, great. Those tools are great, but I don't know what's different about deep charts comparatively to other platforms. So if anybody here who's using it can tell me how it's different than any other footprint tool or volume profile or delta tool, I would love to hear it. But I don't know that it is any different. That's exactly, Johnny. I think there's some really good marketing behind it with that guy Fabio being like, the best scalper in the world Everybody wants to learn from the best scalper in the world because like you're going to be the best in the world if you learn from the best in the world. I don't know if that's how trading works.
Excuse me. Can't have largest oil reserves of the US accuracy.
White labeled volumetric. I've heard that before, Tony. That's exactly what I thought. So Tony says white deep charts is white labeled Volumetrica, which is just another trading platform. If you buy my funded futures evaluation and get the Volumetrica platform, it's the same thing. So deep charts is overpriced and overhyped by marketing guys. So I think Tony's pretty accurate with that. Hey, Vilsey. We've had some good trades. It's been very slow, guys. Very slow today, but I've done about, where am I? I did $1,000 in my top one, and I'm only up $270 in my cash account. Very slow day for me. Good in top one. I'm about 2 days away from that payout. Only a couple $100 in my cash account. Nothing crazy. I scratched a lot of trades, bunch of small losers, just managing my risk, trying to catch this continuation. There will be no fraternizing within the group, Johnny. Our female members need to feel safe and protected. So there will be, let's treat them with respect, please. Oh, Wendy's all about it. So, all right, never mind. I didn't mean it like in all seriousness, Johnny. I'm just trying to be, it's very important. Very protective of our female members in a very male-dominated industry, you know? Rick, I mostly trade NQ for the most part. I'll go back to ES sometimes, especially if I go onto like a bit of a losing streak with NQ. That happens sometimes where I just can't get a good read on it. And I'll switch over to ES and it kind of grounds me a little bit. And then I wind up going back to NQ. If the Russell or the Dow has some pretty amazing setups, I will take them, but it's rare for me. I just have so much success on NQ, I generally stick to it. Expensive add-on. The Drysdale Dating Group. It'll be like Bumble, but it's only it's trader specific, and you have to have verified P&L in your dating profile. It's like Bumble meets Kinfo. Hey, I see we matched. I noticed your P&L from last month. Really great. You trade NQ? Me too. Hey, this guy in YouTube Trade Flow says that Deep Charts even says it's white label volumetric in the FAQ. Interesting. I see we're both into PTCs and Madonna. That was a good one, Nav. Yeah. Voluptuous P&L curve, equity curve. We have somebody in the YouTube saying how they're going short. I don't know if I'd want to go short on this ascending triangle and price discovery to the upside. That's not a great short setup, in my opinion, in a market that's up 1.17%. This is where the shorts get ground out. You're going to get squeezed. Dom picks. Wow. That's funny. So, no, it wasn't a valid Madonna, but it was still a fade setup for sure. We've been trading in the initial balance. Right? It's good for a little scalp like you got. Not a big short. We want to accept outside the initial balance at this point, though. But also doesn't look like a great short. So not much to do here, guys. I wish I had more to offer you at this point, but this is, look at the range we've been in on NQ for the last, almost 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We've been in a 15-point range. 15 points on NQ. That's nothing. For 10 minutes. Yeah, break of IB and back to, we've rejected out of it a couple of times here. We've also fleshed out that unfinished auction, LJ. Good call on that. We have revisited it, and now we are fleshing it out. But even at that high, that looks rather unfinished. So we'll see what happens. I think we'll take out that high. Awesome, Nav. Yeah, a lot of people talk about rereading the book or going back through the modules. As you understand the system more, when you rewatch them, you glean a whole bunch of new insight and information. So there's a lot of rewatch value to the course, the modules, the videos, the book, ton of rewatch value. So even if you've been through it once, think about going through it again. Maybe a third time.
In 5 minutes time now, at the bottom of the hour, the US is due to sell 86 billion. The prior high yield was 3.57%, and the prior beta couple was 2.66. So due to $7 billion on the 6 sales, with a prior high yield of 3.5% and the prior beta cover of 2.56.
Delta's trying to go positive here. Oh my God. You guys are putting up some wildness. Got some good moves there. What's that face I'm making? Water boss, generally, yes, it does. Yep. So this is what we call an ascending triangle. It's an important price action pattern that we look for, right? Generally, there's resistance here, higher lows, and eventually this is them chipping away to push through at this level. Well, if you come to my speaking engagement with Brian Shannon, Danny, in May, where I'm speaking in a keynote alongside the author of the Anchored VWAP, you'll see me in a suit. Tim will be there. Jerwin will be there. Danny probably won't be there. That's too far. Yep, it's going to be in Tampa, Florida. There you go, Anthony. You should come. Carrie will be there. Nice. JP will be there. Stefan will be there. His son. I'm trying to think of who else.
Shortly expecting the results of both the 3 and 6 month fill auctions.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see where it is. This is it, guys. So I'll be speaking. I'll have my own keynote presentation on VWAP Wave. Some of these guys are going to be on a panel. Not all of them have actual designated presentations. I do, alongside Brian Shannon. So we'll be talking all things VWAP, auction market theory, all this great stuff. May 14th and 15th in Tampa, Florida. It's a 2-day event, and it's going to be awesome. You can grab the tickets at VWAPwave.com/bootcamp and use code Drysdale for a discount. I think it might be live stream, Robert. I'm not sure. I've heard them talk about it, but I can't confirm that quite yet.
High rate 3.54%, 3.54%, with a bit of cover of 2.84, 2.84.
You know, I would love to be considered up there with Brian Shannon as a thought leader on VWAP. Would be very exciting. I'd be honored. And I'm trying. I'm working at it. I put a lot of ideas out there, and I think put a lot of thought leadership out there. when it comes to these ideas and concepts. Maybe, Bennett. I would love to go to Germany. I have a family in by Strasbourg. They've come here to visit us. I've never gone there to visit them. They love coming to Florida, I tell you what. Yeah, there are some discounted hotel rooms. I grabbed one. Thank you, Wendy. All right, guys, it's about that time. You know, we've been grinding upwards, kind of panning out as what I thought it would so far. You know, does this dump at some point? Maybe. I don't know. Seems like low volatility grind to me. I think a lot of the best trades are over. Any pullbacks would be a good opportunity to buy unless we break this 650 level. Nice, Eric. That's huge. Tenacity trading pool over 40K. So by the 12th, it might be, you know, 60, 70. It might be some good money in there. Keep it running and keep it hopefully operating smoothly so equilibrium does not get hit. I think that would be ideal. But we'll see. It's hard to say what's going to happen. It is such a new model. There's so many variables. I wish the best on it, but there's still a lot of things that are unpredictable. I am happy to be a early adopter. I mean, this is my space. You know, I do believe in disruption models, and I want to be a part of something from the beginning. Will it be the next big thing? I don't know. But if it is the next big thing, I'd like to be involved early. And if it's not, well, I took a shot. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. I don't know, Nev. I did it a couple of months ago, and I don't have it. Actually, let me check my emails. Not in here. We'll get a big Drysdale house, Wendy. Epic mansion on the water. That'd be cool. I can't find it right now. I don't know where it is. Sorry, guys. I'll have to look. All right, guys. I got to wrap up here. I got a couple things I need to take care of this morning. I got this awesome monitor. Hold on. Let me see it. got a new monitor for my laptop for when I travel. Turns my laptop into a 4-monitor display, one to each side and one on top. So I'm going to do a little review video on this. Looks pretty badass. I'm really excited about it. That'll be my laptop for the because we're going to have a live trading session at the conference. So I wanted to have like my laptop all geared up and look badass for that when I'm trading in front of the whole crowd and on a panel of other traders. I want to have the badass setup. So it's KYY. KYY. Just came out. Literally just came out. This particular one just came out anyway. KYY. It's on Amazon. The KYY X90G in black. I'm going to break it out of the box and do a little video on it for everybody. That'll be fun. I'll do that like the next day or two. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up here. Hope you guys have a wonderful trading day. I encourage you to head on over to the trading lounges if you're going to keep on trading. This is a great place where you can share your screen, share your mics, collaborate, ask questions, keep learning, practice in a demo account, or continue your trading. It's a great place to congregate and learn from each other. We have a couple of great traders that visit in there and help out and answer questions. So you don't have to go home, but you can't stay in this room, but there's lots of opportunity to keep going. If you are going to keep trading, manage your risk, stay sharp, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. for the New York Open. Tomorrow night, we'll have a stream at 7 p.m. for you Asia traders, and we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.